And after some final welding, as with everything on a gas fire build, water testing it. Now this table isn't perfectly level, but it still illustrates what I did. You can see the water is almost flush to the top right here. It's about a ½ inch down in that corner. I gave this whole tank a ½ inch of taper so that when it's mounted onto the bottom of this rail, because this is basically the tar tank, I want all the tar coming to this corner, and the drain is going to be out here in the corner. It's also why I went with only a 5-inch tall tank. It's already going to hold almost a gallon of tar, and then this rail can hold all of the primary hopper liquids. But anyways, I give it a little bit of slope, that way I can make sure I get all the tar out when I drain. One hopper condensate slash tar tank. Now I still have to put the drains on it, one for the liquids, one for the solids, but I'm going to wait until I have the bed back on the truck before I decide where I want to place those, because I know right at that weld is the edge of the body line, and I kind of want these valves protected a little bit to the inside. So once the bed goes back on, I'll choose where those go, and that's just super simple. Pop a hole, slide a pipe in, weld it up, you're done. And because I got cruddy paint all over this thing, I dressed all my edges, of course, cleaned everything up, final weld, and because it's got that crappy paint on there, I know that paint is burning off. If I had a leak anywhere, I would see smoke coming out of a pinhole. No smoke, all good. Time to cap off those end rails. So, you saw me take a piece of 1/4 inch flat stock, 2-inch wide, and I rounded it off, made sure it fit up on here real nice. I knocked a 5/8 hole in it to correspond with a 5/8 bolt. Now, I set it up high so that when the cap comes off, I'll have tons of room underneath here to get my garden hose in and flush the rails. Like I talked about before, took a nut, welded some pieces of 1/4 inch on it. Not much, just enough to make a difference. The idea, we'll put this together as an assembly. Something like that. Then I can take and set it inside the pipe. The 2 pieces of pipe that I'm capping off have factory ends on it, and I've checked them, they're nice and square. So this will be the seal, but I'll also have a piece of rubber in here that will act as a gasket. I should be able to take this cap and turn it all the way around to expose what I need to. Tack, tack, pull the bolt out, pull the cap off, get a weld up on the other side. And the way I set these up, having room for the garden hose, I basically took and I welded onto the flats for my flat stock or my round stock, and when it gets set in place, it sits tight to the top of the tube. That gives me 1.5 inches down here to get a garden hose in to do all my flushing. So I need to make another one of these and see how well I can get these to fit up, close up those rails over there. Now all that needs is probably a lock washer and build my gasket, and the corner caps are done. Mud flap rubber gasket, flat washer. Line everything up nice. One, well actually two, because I already did the other one. Sealed off cooling rail cleanout ports. And bonus, I thought about this ahead of time, because I used 5/8 hardware 15/16 head. It's the same size wrench that I use for opening up the heat exchanger for doing cleanouts. So I only need to carry one wrench with me when I do a full cleanout. Well, that's about everything I can do this time around. Got the caps, got that rail capped off, got my tank built. So now I'm gonna have to take and flip the bed over, go put it back on the truck, figure out where my cleanout ports will go on that tank, and then start mocking up the rear condensate tank. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching, guys.